Welcome to Buddha Sunshine. Once upon a time, there was a renowned Buddhist monk named Vimalananda, whose wisdom and serenity were celebrated far and wide. One day, as he was meditating beneath a sprawling banyan tree, a young, ambitious prince named Rajan approached him. The prince had recently inherited the kingdom and was eager to prove his worth. He had heard of Vimalananda's wisdom and sought his counsel. The prince began, "Great monk, I have been entrusted with great responsibilities, and I wish to rule wisely and justly. I am aware of the importance of time, but I often find myself overwhelmed by the demands of my position. How can I learn to value time and use it effectively?" Vimalananda looked at the prince with a gentle smile and said, "Rajan, come with me. I'll show you something that will help you understand the value of time." The monk and the prince walked through the lush forest until they reached a serene lake. The water was still, reflecting the sky like a flawless mirror. On the edge of the lake, Vimalananda picked up a small, delicate flower and held it in his hand. He then dipped the flower into the water, causing gentle ripples to spread outward. Vimalananda instructed, "Rajan, observe these ripples. They are like moments in time. Each ripple represents a moment that has passed, and it influences everything it touches. Just as these ripples continue to spread, so do our actions and decisions, affecting the world around us." The prince nodded, but the concept was still abstract to him. Vimalananda then guided him to a nearby grove where an old wise tree stood. Its branches were heavy with fruit and its trunk was wide and gnarled, showing years of growth and resilience. Vimalananda said, "This tree has lived many decades. It has withstood storms, witnessed countless seasons, and provided shelter and fruit for many beings. Its life is a testament to the value of time. It grows steadily, not rushing, but making the most of each moment." As they sat in contemplation, a rustling sound interrupted their quietude. They looked up to see a small squirrel darting around, gathering nuts and scurrying up the tree. The squirrel worked tirelessly, seemingly frantic in its efforts. "Do you see the squirrel?" Vimalananda asked. "It is busy all day, gathering food. It is driven by its instincts, which are essential for its survival. However, it also shows us how being overly absorbed in constant activity can make one lose sight of the greater picture." The prince was beginning to grasp the lesson, but Vimalananda wanted to ensure he understood fully. He then led Rajan to a small, humble cottage where an elderly woman was weaving tapestry. Her hands moved skillfully, intertwining threads with patience and care. Vimalananda explained, "This woman weaves each thread with mindfulness, creating a beautiful tapestry over time. If she rushes or becomes careless, the result will be flawed." Her approach teaches us that valuing time means dedicating ourselves fully to each moment and each task. Rajan was deeply moved by the experience of the day. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the landscape, he thanked Vimalananda for his guidance. Rajan said, "Now I see that time is not just a measure of moments passing by, but a precious resource that we must handle with intentions and awareness." Vimalananda nodded in approval. Indeed, time is like a river flowing continuously. If you approach it with mindfulness and purpose, you can use it to create something meaningful and lasting. Remember, every action and decision shapes the ripples of your lives and lives of others. With this newfound understanding, Prince Rajan returned to his kingdom, armed with the wisdom of the value of time. He ruled with greater patience and clarity, mindful of the impact of his actions. Under his leadership, the kingdom flourished, reflecting the harmonious balance between the efficient use of time and the serenity of thoughtful governance. Thus, the story of Vimalananda and the prince became a cherished lesson on the profound value of time, inspiring many to approach each moment with awareness and purpose. Thank you so much for joining Buddha Sunshine, and stay blessed.